Hi YouTube, I'm Aiman. Welcome back to one of my auto repair and review videos. In this video, I'm reviewing the Milwaukee Cordless 3/8 inch Ratchet 245720. Now before we jump in any farther, I just want to talk about this tool itself. Now if you watch my auto repair videos, you've seen me use this amazing tool a ton of times, and I've even worshipped it in my videos a lot of times. My dad says this is one of his favorite tools actually. So before we get any further, I'm gonna actually practically test it. So I'm gonna take a socket, put it on. It snaps on pretty good. Now in order to reverse which direction it spins in, you just have to turn the actuator. Now the way to operate it is so this is what it looks like in its off position. Can't press it down. Sort of like a safety. You turn it on and you're able to press it down. And it works pretty well. I'm going to demonstrate it right here. So I'm just going to move the tool to the side for now. I'm just going to keep it in the frame though. So right now, let me make sure it's facing the right way. Wrong way. Alright. Alright, there we go. That's pretty cool, right? Alright, so just for reference, let's try testing a regular ratchet with just a manual. Sorry. Alright. Yep. You can see it's really slow. Probably take me a minute. Alright, so just using your hands, it's gonna take a long time. So I'd say about now it's been around 30 seconds for it to come out, maybe less. But with the Milwaukee, let me just screw it back in, just for quick reference. And you can actually see that it's way faster to screw it back in. Actually, maybe I should just make sure. Alright. So when you screw it in, you can see it goes in way faster. Alright, so let's try taking it out, even though you saw how fast you could put it in. Alright, this is the one we've been waiting for. That was only like 3 to 5 seconds. That's pretty fast. Let's talk about its torque. Its torque is around 30 foot-pounds, which is good because most of the bolts in this car are around 20 to 30 foot-pounds, save for the critical components. So you probably don't have to use a torque wrench for most of them. So just demonstrating on a bolt right here. You can easily take it out and then put it back in. Let me just fix this on. Reverse it. And then when you put it back in, you're gonna notice that it stops itself. It actually goes forward when it knows when to stop. Now, another feature that I like about this wrench, I talk about it a lot in my videos, is that when you can't twist it using the twist it using the Milwaukee wrench itself, you can actually just ratchet it. Now, I've seen a lot of reviews that think that. Sorry, I might have to get in your way. I've seen a lot of reviews that think that this isn't supposed to be a feature, but that's why it's called a ratchet. It's so that you can manually ratchet the bolt in order to loosen it after. And you know, maybe that is needed sometimes because you're gonna need to have some arm power, you know, in case the robots take over, right? Alright, so let me put that back on. Another feature is that also has variable speeds. So actually I can just show you. So if you just press it down lightly, it goes really slow. But if you press it down all the way, it goes really fast. Now the reason that it's good that this is only 30 foot-pounds is that if you try to tighten it on these bolts, it's not gonna over torque it, and it's not gonna completely destroy bolts, as opposed to, for example, these DeWalt impact drivers are around over 100, and this one's even over 500 foot-pounds. So if you tried using that impact driver on these bolts, you'd completely destroy them. So this is just good, you know, just enough strength to take out most of the bolts. Alright, so let me just redo this, you know, just to demonstrate the variable speed. So, oh wait, we're twisting it in. So if you're dealing with something like this, you want to twist it in really slowly so you don't cross thread it. So just press on it lightly. And as you can see, it works. Let me talk about situations where the Milwaukee will not work. For example, when the bolt is too tight. So like I said before, you don't want to force the Milwaukee too hard. You might actually break the neck of the Milwaukee or the socket head itself. So if you find that it's too tight, resort to using a manual or using a driver. So let me show you right here the difference. Maybe I might not be able strong. Oh, I might not be strong enough to do this. See, that was hard to get off. But after that situation, you can actually just use the Milwaukee. Alright. Okay. And after that situation, it comes out okay. Now, there are some reviews talking about, you know, like I said, neck brakes or the socket brakes. And that's because people are trying to go crazy with the Milwaukee by trying to unfasten things that are way too torqued for it. Now, the other situation is when the bolts are too big. That's a situation when you want to use a different type of tool, you know, like I said, manual or the driver. And finally, it's when you're taking out the tires, because that's why they make these guys, to take out tires. They don't make the Milwaukee to take out tires, okay? Don't try to take out your lug nuts with these, please. Use an impact driver, okay? Don't go crazy. In the beginning, I said that this was a 3/8 inch ratchet. Now, these also come in 1/4 inch ratchets. You can also buy them, but you can always just use an extension. Now, I don't find that using this extension comes useful when using a Milwaukee, because usually with the smaller bolts, you can usually just take them out manually. The only situation where I can see where it'd be useful is when it's a very long small bolt, and that's in order to cut the time down by like 10 times. So yeah, it works. As for this Milwaukee's durability, I can't say too much about it. We actually dropped it a few times, you know, around a 3 feet drop. Maybe not 6 feet, but definitely a few times it survived. We actually dropped it once before this video. But it's definitely lived to tell the tale. If you look online, you can see a lot of reviews of the Milwaukee, and they're usually all like 4 or 5 stars. But some reviews actually talk about how this is really tedious when you have to switch it and it's on the head. Now, the situation where that is really bad is when you're trying to unscrew something and maybe you have a long socket. If you unscrew this, and I'm not gonna unscrew it though, and you end up going here, you're not gonna be able to switch it in order to screw it back in so that you can take out the Milwaukee. And if it's a long enough bolt, you're not gonna be able to twist it out like you usually would be able to do. In that situation, you would have to cut down the bolt. So that's one situation where Milwaukee might not do so great. Okay. It's not long enough. But usually you'd be able to just twist it out. So this is almost the situation where it would be bad. But if the bolt was just a little bit longer, you could probably twist it out. But if it was even longer, you couldn't get it out. You wouldn't be able to switch it. You wouldn't be able to twist it in. So you'd be pretty what's the word? I don't want to I don't want to say that. You'd be pretty in deep doo-doo. Deep doo-doo. Alright, going back to the drop, we've had this for around 2 years and it's still working, but this has a 5-year warranty. So even if we dropped it, we can still send it back. you know, but we're not going to drop it because my dad doesn't want to go through all the trouble of repackaging it and sending it back. So on the back they actually feature somewhat a lot about it, but I'm not going to read too much because I don't want to make this video too long. I'll put everything down in the description below. And alright, so according to the box, it has compact low profile head design, overload protection. I guess it's referring to when the bolts, it stops you from going too far with the bolts. Optimized performance, of course, and a fuel gauge. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about that. You can actually see how much battery life it has. This has you can see 2 red dots. That indicates how much battery it has. So, oh yeah, talking about battery life, every time we charge it, it lasts us about a week on and off. So, if you're a professional mechanic, maybe it will last you a day. But for someone like us who only uses this once every day, it would probably last a week. So pretty good battery life. Talking about the battery, in order to take it out, really easy. You just grasp on both sides and pull it out gently. In order to put it in the charger, take it out. This also comes out the right way. Yeah. Alright, so it's a bit harder because I'm holding everything, but you just put it in. Now the charger is around $15. The Milwaukee comes, sometimes it can come tool only. We got it for tool only, but sometimes it comes in combos. Tool only costs around $80. We bought it $80 on sale, you know, Home Depot in Christmas. It was $80, but when I looked it up, it said on Amazon it was $80, so I guess the sales didn't really matter that much. So $80. Oh, so the combos cost around $130, $140. However, the batteries themselves, they cost around, these smaller batteries cost around $20 aftermarket for 2 of them. They also sell bigger batteries that they come for around $30 to $40 for 2 of them. So in total, if we bought 2 of these for $20, this for $15, and this for $80, that's around $115 to $120. So definitely cheaper than the combos, but the combos have bigger batteries. Alright, so I don't want to prolong this video because I don't want it to be too long, and I know I've been rambling a lot. But if you're a mechanic and you consistently work on cars, this is the perfect tool to get. It'll save you a lot of time, and if you only have a few money to spare, then it'll save you money. And if you're an old mechanic who uses a pneumatic ratchet, then you might want to convert because this long hose is so cumbersome. And plus, this is cordless. I mean, who wouldn't love that? Alright, and if you know any mechanic people who work on cars a lot, then this is the perfect gift to get them. Alright, so thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. We've got videos on EYeOnAiman, especially the auto repair videos and the review videos, and I'll see you there. Signing out. Peace.